Hey everyone, here's another version of Real Talk coming at you. I'm Margaret from Well Coach. Today we are at my desk because I've got some new tools or a new tool that I want to share with you all today. So just like I say, every video, this is not scripted. I will make mistakes. I do it all the time. And I apologize for all the ums that you get all the way across. A lot of time it's because I'm in the middle of my thought process. And this is just off the hip, from the cuff type recording. So today, the thing that I wanted to share with you is actually a tool that some ex-colleagues talked to me about recently, and they said to me, they were talking to me about their experiences with a team that they were going through and setting it up. Last time we had set up a team, I was actually working with them and I had taken them through using this tool before, and they got so much value from it. Like it just helped them to get to know each other a lot more, that they decided they were going to roll with it again and got again so much value from it. So I thought, hey, this is a good opportunity for me to do a video, share it with everybody else in the world, and just talk to you about how I have found this valuable. One of the things I do want to say is that there are so many different versions of this tool that I'm going to show you. There will be versions in Miro. If you use Miro, you can just Google and look for versions of this. You've probably seen it before when you're in primary school. This is something that's been around for a long time. But I guess for me, I had never really seen it used in using it with a team until I kind of went on that journey to become a Scrum Master myself, and then used it, put it in my own toolbox and used it. So this is just a version that I have. I've seen lots of different versions from lots of different people. This is just one that I made for myself, using kind of my own contexts that I wanted to use. So I'm going to share with you now the All About Me um, template that you'll find everywhere. I do have a copy. If you would like a copy of this template, please reach out, and I'm sure it would be happy to share it with you. Sorry, going over all my words. So please reach out, and I would be very happy to share this with you. So without further ado, let me just share with you here my screen so we can kind of have a look and see my All About Me. Okay. So this is my All About Me. This is one that I created about 3 years ago now, working with the team that I was working with. And basically, it's just a little form so that you can share with your team what sort of a person you are, putting in your name and what your role is. And this really helps with role clarity, right? Like this helps us to define what our roles are. So everybody in the team knows exactly what they can depend on you to do. Of course, I put down Maggie there. I refer to myself as Margaret on this channel, but Maggie is my nickname. And when I'm working with people or with teams, I always go by Maggie. So just putting the name that you like. Of course, I had to add in my little headshot there. And if you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll know that that's the same image that I have on LinkedIn. And it's just about where you call home, right? Yes, here in Morrinsville, we have a giant cow. She's been there for a long time. I get the name confused and mixed up. If my children were with me, they'd be telling me what it really is. I think it's Mabel the mega cow, but I could be wrong. But yeah, where I live in Morrinsville, we are a dairy farming nation, so the cow kind of goes with it well. Now, this is where it really starts to get interesting when you're talking with your team, right? Because what we sometimes don't know is just what everybody's working hours are. And at the time, I didn't work Fridays, and I always finished early on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays was my day that I would actually drive to the office. I wouldn't work from home. I worked in the office on Tuesdays, and I needed to get back for school pickup. And then on Wednesdays, I would have some time where I was out of the office just because I had to go for school pickup. But Mondays and Thursdays, it wasn't so bad. Now, Thursdays, I did finish a little bit earlier as well. And that was just because of the fact that generally I never really kept to these hours, but this was just my contactable hours. I always let people know what my communication preferences are. And I think this is important, right? Like in this world that we live in now, where not everybody is at home, a lot more people, oh, sorry, not many people are in the office, a lot more people work from home, or like work at home, I should say, or work in a cafe, or you're a fully remote team where you're all around the world. Just knowing what the communication preferences are is really, really important. So for me, I always preferred if I was communicated via Teams, via email, or even in person. Like I'm more than happy to come into the office to have a conversation in person or have a workshop in person, if everybody else is as well. You get the best of me when I get to work in these conditions. So I am somebody who loves to collaborate, and naturally, as a ways of working coach, this is something that's really important to me. I love working with other coaches. I love working with teams. I love working with leaders. And I think that it's always better to have more than one head to fix a problem. As the saying goes, two heads are better than one. So if collaboration's needed, I'd rather be in person for that. I find it, even though I've learned how to facilitate hybrid meetings and hybrid workshops, I still get more value when I'm in person. And that's just my preference. Everybody's preference is going to be different. I also know though that there are times where I need to be in the flow, in my flow state, where I really need to do some deep thinking, where I need to be able to just focus. And so having my headphones on is that sign that I'm actually doing that work. And just to wait or write me a little note, and then I'll make time for you. Or again, just reach out to me via Teams and say, hey, notice that you're busy, but can we catch up? I'll let you know. This is my favorite bit, my superpowers. Um, I love sharing the superpowers things with people because when you're doing this with a team, often this is where you find out about what people know outside of or what they've learned along the way in their journey. I had somebody who once had their superpower was that they were the best coffee maker. In the world because they'd actually been in the company because they'd actually been a barista as they were going through university. Like they'd learned how to make coffee. So it doesn't have to be anything related to work. That is what I love about this section here. It can be anything. And like for me, I am super curious person, and so I will ask a lot of questions. If I don't understand something, I'm not scared to ask a question because generally somebody else in the room might also not know. I'm also a big believer that no question is a stupid question, so that could also be why. All right, this is my area of expertise. So this is your place to really let your skill set shine. If you are a really amazing Scrum Master, ways of working coach, whatever your title is going to be, chuck it in there. If you're a product owner, but you've been a test analyst in the past and you can throw your hand at doing some testing if the team needs it, chuck it in there. If you are a brilliant mathematician, chuck it in there. Like it's really important for us to know who we can actually turn to for support. This next section here was something about that I thought it was really important to put in because not everyone feels comfortable talking to each other, and it's just a way to kind of know who the right person is. So when it came to anything team related, ways of working, how you can grow, how you as a person can be clear and kind, any leadership skills, I'm always happy to talk about all of that. If you're going on a new growth journey, I am more than happy to talk about all of that. I built ways of working. I built Wow Coach around that premise. That is why Well Coach exists because I love talking about this. I love inspiring people. I love helping people. And you can help me by, just making sure that you don't judge a book by its cover, so to speak. So, everybody's going to have lots of things in there. I've seen people say you can help me by um, listening to me if I've got a question. You can help me by giving me the space to learn a new skill set or to grow. You can help me by, if you notice that after like an hour, I've got my hands in my head, please come and ask me if I need help. So yeah, this is just my one that I have got created. So that there in itself, that is the all about me uh, sheet, I guess. Um, maybe you've tried something similar with one of your teams, maybe you haven't. But yeah, if you've stuck around until the end of this video, please feel free to like and subscribe or share it with somebody who you think might find it of interest. Of course, um, this isn't scripted at all. I just fly by the seat of my pants. This is what real talk is all about. It's not about me trying to pretend that I'm something I'm not. So, on that note, I will leave you to it. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.